Bulunaka, do you know that cybercrime is becoming a growing problem in Fiji?
Cybercrime is defined as a crime in which a computer is the object of the crime, such as hacking and spamming.
Cybercrime is also cyberbullying and using fake profiles to cause panic and spreading false news.
If you're involved in this or know anyone who's committing these crimes, report them immediately.
I'm Polly.
And I'm Peter.
We host the Traffic Jam Show on City FM.
From 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. every weekday.
Do the right thing.
Untitled Fiji in this bulletin, Lambasa fire claims 4 lives. New fuel prices in effect. And authorities warn against possible disease outbreak.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Spate.
3 brothers are still trying to come to terms with the loss of their mother after she and 3 other women died in an early morning fire at Benau outside Lambasa town yesterday. The deaths have also come as a shock to the community, most of whom were woken up by the fire at around 1 a.m. Eleanor Tarangaivu filed this report last night.
Completely destroyed, with what is believed to be the 4 women's remains packed with evidence markers close to each other. This is all that's left of what used to be a 2-bedroom wooden and corrugated iron house.
I was sleeping when I sensed there was a fire. That's when I saw my mum's room was ablaze. I tried to put the fire out, but it was spreading quickly and I ran out of the house.
35-year-old Bal Krishna, or Bindo as he is known to the community in Benau, is the youngest of the homeowner's 3 sons. He is still trying to grapple with this morning's tragic incident.
I was trying to save them, but then I heard a loud explosion.
Neighbor Rangita Devi says they were woken up by Bindo's screams for help, but attempts to put out the fire and save the 4 women sleeping in the home were futile.
We went there and see the fire there. My husband, he went to take off the fire, but we can't because the fire was out of the windows blast and the fire was out of it. And we can't do anything because big fire there. Only the son ran out from the house and we asked him, hey, where's your mother? And he said, hey, mother inside. He again ran inside and he said, oh, I can't save my mother. Started crying.
Devi told FBC News she called the fire services, but by the time they reached the scene, the home was fully engulfed.
This is the shocking news. Everybody here in this area, everybody frightened.
According to police, the victims, all believed to be in their 70s, include the homeowner, a neighbor and 2 other women who were visiting and had spent the night. Investigation is underway to ascertain the cause of fire. Eleanor Turangaivu, FBC News.
The local testing for COVID-19 will now be quicker with 360 Gene Expert test cartridges. The kits were flown in by the Royal Australian Air Force aircraft yesterday afternoon. The Gene Expert system can produce accurate results within 45 minutes and allows direct detection of the presence of the SARS-CoV-2 virus, which causes COVID-19 in swabs or other samples. Australian High Commissioner to Fiji, John Feeks, says the Gene Expert cartridges will strengthen Fiji's capacity to quickly and reliably test for COVID-19. The delivery of test kits is one of many expected to arrive in Fiji over the coming weeks. In addition to the test cartridges and antibiotic injections, the aircraft also delivered an additional $402,000 worth of humanitarian supplies to support Fiji's response to TC Harold. Fuel and LPG prices have dropped across the board. The new prices are based on last month's import of fuel, which saw a global reduction in the cost of purchase. Minister for Trade and Commerce Fayaz Koya says the reductions are quite significant compared to recent fluctuation in fuel prices in Fiji. Unleaded or petrol now cost $1.80 per litre, a decrease of 26 cents. Diesel has dropped from $1.71 to $1.67. The price of 1 litre kerosene will be $1.08, a decrease of 39 cents, while premix will decrease by 46 cents and will now cost $1.90. The price of 4.5 kg cylinder gas has dropped by 40 cents and now sells at $14.03, while the 12 kg cylinder now costs $37.42, a decrease of $1.05. The 13 kg cylinder is now $40.53, a decrease of $1.14. The price of autogas has been reduced by 4 cents, retailing at $1.74 a kg.
We actually lag, and if you understand the term, we are actually now getting the benefits of something that happened a little while ago. So the immediate, if you go backwards, what happened last week, we will feel the effects a little later. So there's likely to be a decrease, even more so, in June or so.
A new National Occupational Health Service plan is being drafted that will take into account the potential risks of future pandemics similar to COVID-19. This will further strengthen the health and safety of employees at workplaces. Koroi Tandolala reports.
The Employment Ministry will be working with the International Labour Organization to commit towards a safer and healthier working environment.
Occupational health service is an area that is equally important to occupational safety, and we will ensure that rightful attention is provided to assist in the reduction of workplace accidents, diseases, and deaths.
Kumar says COVID-19 has set a new benchmark for employers on how they can best protect their workers' well-being.
At this point in time, there's too much focus on the safety aspect. So the service plan will have the health aspect as well. And we are working very closely with Ministry of Health.
They sanitized the office, meaning spray, doorknobs, the sinks and all. They made sure they sanitized all of them. Got all the employees checked at the hospitals, and then they reopened the office again.
The Ministry of Employment will also introduce a recognition award for those workplaces that show compliance and commitment towards protecting their staff from any future disease outbreaks. Koroi Tandolala, FBC News.
The best utilisation of the state land will be one of the major focuses of the newly appointed Lands Minister. Minister Choneo Sumate says the Ministry of Lands has a crucial role to play in ensuring that all lands processes are undertaken in a more transparent way. Usumate says he was briefed on the challenges faced by the ministry, such as land leases process, land disputes, payments and other issues, which needs to be addressed.
Learning more about the things that are happening here, and I can see that there's going to be a need for closer working with other ministries to make sure that we can optimize the use of the state land for the benefit of our country, and also get rid of some of the problems that we've faced in the past.
With the current weather expected to continue today and tomorrow, Fijians are being advised to be wary of waterborne diseases. Venina Rakautonga reports that authorities are urging people to stay away from floodwaters.
This is the type of behavior that people should refrain from in order to prevent any disease outbreaks.
There's cases of leptospirosis going around now. When people walk in all of this water with animal discharge and all that, we've noticed that dengue cases are going up, leptospirosis is going up, all of these things. I think people need to take heed of the advisories that are given out, in particular by NDMO and the Ministry of Health.
Usamate adds that it's everyone's responsibility to avoid any tragedies during the adverse weather. Negligence of these advisories in the past have resulted in unnecessary loss of lives.
There's a lot of rain. Advisory from the Met is that our soil are very saturated with rain, so it's going to be very easy for this rain for flash flooding to take place. And I think it's very important for everybody in the country to take heed of the advisories. If NDMO or the Fiji Met is advising us about flash flooding, please take heed of that advice. Make sure we do the right thing. We don't want to lose anybody.
People living in flood-prone areas are advised that localized heavy falls may lead to flash flooding of low-lying areas in the Central and Eastern Division. Venina Rakautonga, FBC News.
Irfan Khan, known for his starring roles in Slumdog Millionaire and Jurassic World, has died. The 53-year-old had been battling a very rare form of cancer. Coming up, Sevens coach commends players' commitment.
Sakena ngau na mitaro bina nona baksangai kapala loma takina ngwani. Dalamina oya wa meliki. Bulre oya wa Samuel Samuli. Nama kikira oya na be mataka. Oniti kina makarombuka. Ni waitini kalimana miniti meona kina tini na kaloko. Ena Radio Fiji One nandomo ibiti.
Indaw kina na mataka. Dandra paina singabo.
With global sports coming to a standstill amidst the COVID-19 pandemic, athletes around the world are exploring alternative ways to keep fit. The Fiji Airways national men's sevens reps are no different, venturing into new modes to keep active and engaged. Tale Matarakula with the story.
Flat line going around the corner, Nathungu!
National men's sevens utility player Waisiana Dhungu has been keeping his hands busy on the farm to maintain fitness.
And he gets it away!
Well, at the moment, I'm continuing my training and just basically doing some farming to keep myself fit.
The 26-year-old says he had to learn to adapt to change.
I'm so very used to training in a 12-member team. Having to train without my teammates has been quite hard. Training alone has helped me improve my fitness. And I know that if we are called back into camp, fitness won't be a problem for me.
Fiji Airways national men's sevens coach Gareth Baber has commended the players for their commitment.
It's great to hear that obviously that players are using their creativity, are thinking about different ways about fitness, not just the same ways that they've used previously. Now is the time. I encourage as much creativity as they can possibly get. We need players who can think.
Apart from Nadhungu, other players including Sevulon Mudinavangi, Isoa and Kavikini Tambu have also been using farming as means to stay fit, while others are engaged in other fitness challenges. Tale Materkula, FBC Sports.
NRL stars are reportedly planning to boycott a return to training on Monday in solidarity with the New Zealand-based Warriors. International Olympic Committee President Thomas Bach has called on the Olympic movement to look more closely into the profile of sporting events. In today's weather, it looks like there will be more rain again, and this is expected to ease tomorrow. Meanwhile, the flood alert that was enforced for low-lying areas, small streams and areas adjacent to the Waindina, Waimanu and Waimbula River has now been cancelled. Now, if you plan to go out today, please take extra precaution and let's hope for a good ray of sunshine tomorrow. That is UFBC Morning News. Join us at 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. for our major bulletin. Remember, in times of crisis, you need factual news that you can trust. Stop believing fake news about the COVID-19 on social media. Fight misinformation by getting only the facts about the coronavirus from verified news sources like FBC's TV, radio and digital media news. www.fbcnews.com.fj, keeping Fijians connected with the truth.
हमारे खूबसूरत देश फिजी में चाइल्ड अब्यूज की घटनाएं आए दिन बढ़ रही हैं।
क्यों बच्चों का मासूम बचपन अब्यूज का शिकार हो जाता है?
अपने बच्चों की सुरक्षा का खास ख्याल रखें।
उनसे बातचीत करें, उनके दोस्तों के बारे में जानें।
आज के बच्चे देश का भविष्य है। मैं दीप्ति
और मैं मोनिश,
आपके हमसफर। शामिल हो जाए हमारे साथ मंडे टू फ्राइडे
5:45 AM से 10 AM तक
रेडियो फिजी 2 देश की धड़कन पर।